Hello guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to RDTV. My name's Paul Jeffrey and we're having a very first look at the third release of Assetto Corsa Competizione. In early access at the moment, ACC is the successor to the very popular Assetto Corsa and it's coming in monthly release updates. Today, November the 14th, is the third such update and with it brings the circuit Paul Ricard and a BMW GT3 car for us to enjoy, and obviously multiplayer functionality. Now, the release has been delayed somewhat and it's now 10 past 11 at night and I'm just finished downloading and I'm going to try it for the very first time. So I thought, why not pop the recording software on and we'll do a quick video of our very first impressions of ACC release build number 3. So, first things first, we've got a new tile that's open to us, multiplayer. I'm not even going to have a look at that one today, I'm just going to check out the new car and track and see how the game feels. So, we'll go to single race weekend, a screen we all know by now, I'm sure. Go to the circuit selection, and yes, there we are, Paul Ricard, a brand new track we can try. Honestly, I hate Paul Ricard. I can never see the corners. I don't know the layout. It's just a track that doesn't appeal to me. But hey ho, new content, so let's have a go. And in the cars, we've now got BMW M6 GT3. So we just have the 3Y technology car, and Andrew Watson and Luca Morez. Let's be Andrew. Sound like a British chap. It's a nice looking car, as you'd expect from Kunos. The quality is epic, so we'll pick that one. We'll go for a clear day. Let's see what Paul Ricard in ACC release build 3 feels like. Now, hands up, this is literally a very first drive. I've not been on circuit yet, I don't know if it works, I've not run a single lap. I've literally just finished just finished downloading the update. I've got a bit of a glitch there by the sounds of it in the audio. It's not a great start. Hey ho. We're going to keep it, the setup screen's not changed by the looks of it, apart from we've got the image of the BMW on the background. We'll go for safe preset setup. That sounds good to me.
Green light, go, go, go.
Let's go. Now again, to stress very highly, I do not know Paul Ricard at all. So this is not going to be a lesson in going round, setting the fastest time or anything stupid like that. In fact, to be honest with you, it'll be a miracle if I can even get round the track without going off multiple times. I hate Paul Ricard. I can't see where the I can't see where the blasted corners are. And it's just been one of those tracks that I've never bothered to learn because it just doesn't appeal to me in its current configuration. But it's a great facility. And I've got to admit, and this could be a little down to my graphic settings of course, I must admit I've not spent much time in ACC, to be perfectly frank, since it came out. But it does look a little bit shimmery on the lines, the blue and red detailing the side of the circuit, kind of playing havoc with my current graphic settings in ACC. Of course, the game is new. The game engine, Unreal 4, is new to Kunos. They use their own engine for AC1. We'll run wide and let this car behind past, and then we've got someone to follow. There we go. Lovely. Let's follow the Merc. It's really actually. Oh, let's just go straight off because we're trying to follow him too much. It's really quite unnerving, the shimmer that we've got on the lines at the side of the circuit, so I might have to go away. See, told you. I might have to go away and do a little bit of graphics testing tomorrow before we make a proper video about the new build release. Go on, son. Off you go. Get past us and give us some indication of where the corners are. Now, first impressions of the BMW M6 GT3. As I say, it's been a while, to be perfectly honest, since I've done any laps in ACC for various reasons, time being sadly one of those, or lack thereof of time. And the force feedback feels a lot better. I spent the most time in this sim pre-release, when we were creating a little bit of video content before it came out on the Steam Early Access program in the public. And at the time I commented that the feeling of the force feedback felt a little bit dampened or a little bit dull compared to what I'm used to in Assetto Corsa 1. I actually quite like that. It was still fairly talkative. I still felt to a certain degree what the car was doing underneath me, but it felt a little bit more like I would expect a GT3 car to feel, with big, fat, slick tyres on it. Whereas the AC1, should we call it for ease of talking here, they were a bit more flighty, which may be a kind of car like a GT3 car, which is predominantly an everyman endurance car that's available for professionals and well-heeled amateurs. I expected a softer and more simplified driving experience to make it more accessible to the wide variety, as I say, of different caliber drivers. So I wasn't disappointed in force feedback on the point of release. I thought it felt pretty decent, still had some way to go, but certainly a very solid first stab at it. But now it seems like Kunos has spent quite a bit of time on it, and it's come on a long way. This feels now a lot more communicative than it did before, and a lot closer to AC1, without quite the high amount of action and movement going on that was the case in AC1, which was great for a number of cars, but I thought was ever so slightly overdone in the GT3 spec machinery, as we've sort of mentioned earlier. So yeah, this is feeling really quite nice now. I don't know if this is just because it's the traits of the BMW that they're displaying, or whether it's an across-the-board force feedback improvement, but I really like this. I really like the way the force feedback is feeling through my Fanatec Club Sport version 2 steering wheel that I'm running for this video. So well done there. That is definitely a step forward over what I felt through the title up to this point. And performance-wise, I'm running a single screen, the settings aren't massively high, and I'm getting 47 FPS at the moment, so there's still, oops daisy, still a bit of a way to go, I think, in terms of performance of the game, certainly. But again, this is early access. It's only release build 3, month 3 of the game's development life. It's a brand new engine, brand new title, obviously, so I have absolute faith that Kunos will be spending time, energy and resources on getting that side of things right before too long, certainly. But this is a nice version of Paul Ricard, even though I don't like the track. Obviously this is new, as was Mazzano last time out. This is new to the Assetto Corsa franchise. Paul Ricard did not appear as officially licensed first-party content in AC1, although of course it was a very high-quality mod. Did turn up for the game later on in development, but apart from sort of marvelling in the good job that the modder had done, I didn't spend any time in it, because as I've said many times and will continue to say, I may even buy a t-shirt, that says the message. I don't like Paul Ricard at all. Well, never mind. So yeah, seems like they've done a really good job. It's laser scanned, of course, so millimeter accuracy. It was scanned either this year or late last year. I believe it was scanned in 2018, so it's very much an accurate representation of circuit Paul Ricard high-speed test track as of 2018. So this is the one that the Formula 1 circus visited for the first time this year, and no doubt this is a darn sight more impressive and accurate than the one that comes in the Formula 1 official video game from Codemasters. Oops, turning in on the curb while on the brakes leads to bad times. Bad our first spin. Not done bad actually to get more than one lap in without spinning. Quite pleased about that. So yeah, the thing I am positives. Force feedback feels really good. The car feels lovely. It sounds nice. Great attention to detail as per usual from Kunos and all concerned. The track is nice, done a good job, nice and accurate as you would expect. The feel that the circuit details giving me from the wheel feels very, very positive. Not really a lot I can say about it at this stage because I am, as I say, this is literally the first time I fired it up, so don't really know what I'm doing in terms of the on-track driving or what direction the corners go in, but all seems very positive. Negatives, and again, and I need to caveat, this could very much be down to my settings. There's a lot of jagged lines. It's a mix of the state that Unreal 4 is in at the moment in ACC terms, potentially my graphic settings as well. I must stress that this could be my graphic settings and not necessarily the game itself, but it's really quite visually distracting to see all this shimmering. I don't know whether it's going to come through or not on the video recording. I'll check that when I've finished our little piece that we're doing now, but certainly from a driving point of view, like now, you can see now in front of you, that's epilepsy inducing, that is. That's, yeah, don't like that. Finding this quite hard to cope with, to be honest with you. But again, really I've done the same thing again. Let's keep it out of the wall and then rejoin cheekily. Put it in the wall. Yeah. In fact, that's as good a time as any, I think, to skip it onto race. But yeah, the shimmering, the jaggies, I don't like that. That's putting me off. But it could well be down to my settings, and I will have a play with that tomorrow before making any further videos. Just see if I can try and reduce that a little bit. Okay. So we'll cut out now and we'll go straight to the race and see how ACC stacks up against other cars on track. So, see you in a moment. The power of editing in 3, 2, 1. Boom! We're back. See? How good was that? But a blink of an eye. So, we'll get ready for the race. We're starting, probably, fairly low. Oh no, we're on pole. No.
Take it easy in turn 1.
I do not want to be on pole position for this, because I don't know where I'm going. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lead us round to the line, and then I'm going to get out of it and let everybody have their merry way past, and then we'll catch back up. So, wait for the green. First time I've been on pole, this. How exciting is that? Come on, green light. Tense times.
Green light.
Go!
Whenever you go.
Right, pull to the side of track, wave everybody past. That'll do us, that's enough. So what are we getting performance-wise? 40 FPS at the moment in the heater battle, 41. So, not spectacular. I've got a GTX I've got a chicane that I need to negotiate first. Let's go around there. There we go. I got a GTX 980 Ti under the hood at the moment. Running it on single screen. I've got, give or take, the settings pretty much set to medium. And now we're on 43 as the field starts to spread out as we go down the big long Minsel Straight. So, yeah, performance still got a way to go. But as I say, very much brand new engine, brand new game, Steam Early Access. I've got no concerns or worries about that. I'm sure it will be addressed at some stage in the not too distant future in one of the upcoming builds. Kunos really did get Assetto Corsa running very nice and efficiently, both on single screens, triple screens, and also VR. So I have no doubt that that will be on the agenda of things to deal with at some stage in future. And we all know the drill with early access. It's very much a work in progress. So to be passing judgment on things like performance at this stage at least is pretty unfair, pretty premature. So I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. But I will say it's a very nice build. Build 3 this is. And they've done a lovely job. It's nice content. The BMW is a good car. It's very similar, to be honest. It's a large car. So it's very similar in style to the Bentley Continental GT3, the older spec GT3 that came out in the last build of Misano. So they're very different cars than the Lamborghini Huracan that joined the game as part of the initial release cycle. And it is that is kind of what the Blancpain GT Sprint Series is at the moment. They're very large Grand Touring cars, and the BM is a perfect example of that one. But it's a nice car. It feels a little bit more it feels a little bit more nimble. That's the word I was looking for, but my brain escaped me. It is late. I have had a full day, and it is 12:30 at night. So 11:30 at night, sorry. So forgive me for not being the sharpest. Not necessarily being sharp is something anybody could accuse me of at the best of times, but even more so today. But yeah, the car feels a little bit more nimble. The force feedback's lovely. I'm impressed with that. I'm really pleased with the way the force feedback's moved on since the last time I spent any considerable time in ACC. So I'll be curious to test that out tomorrow with cars such as the Lamborghini, where we've spent a little bit more time behind the wheel and on a track that I know a little bit better, like the Nürburgring, the Grand Prix circuit, not obviously the big crazy Nordschleife. I'll be curious to see how that's moved on since ACC even first came out a couple of 3 months ago. So all in, I think this is a very good release. Well done, Kunos. Hit the ball out of the park once again. A really worthy release. And ACC, which is of course the official game of the Blancpain GT Sprint Series, which in its own right is a rather incredible endurance racing championship. I think they're absolutely onto a winner. I've seen nothing that gives me any cause for concern. I think this is going to, when it's finished, go down as one of the absolute top draw classic racing simulators. It's got all the hallmarks. Kunos got an outstanding track record, did great things with Assetto Corsa 1, very well regarded by the sim racing community. I'm sure they'll nail it. I'm sure they'll absolutely nail it. And this is turning out to be... oh, hello, what's this yellow flag? I'm sure this will turn out to be an absolutely marvellous sim. It's got all the signs of being something really quite special, to be honest. They've got a great licence. The Unreal 4 engine has got the potential to be a wonderful engine. The cars are already looking, sounding and feeling top draw. Yeah, I think we've got something quite special here, and I can't wait to keep following its progress and then eventually playing the finished product when that comes out in 2019. So yeah, well done Kunos, another very good job, as you'd expect. Brilliant, look at that guy, he's going in for his pit. The pit window is open, and I reckon while that's artificially bumped us up the grid, it's a good time to end what has been a very first drive in Assetto Corsa Competizione Build Release 3. First impressions, fabulous, as I would have expected. I'll have a mess around with this over the next couple of days, get the graphics settings to my liking, etc, etc, learn what direction the corners go, and pop another couple of videos up in due course. So hope you enjoyed our incredibly first drive, our Assetto Corsa Competizione Build Release 3. I've been Paul, this has been RDTV. Please give us a like, a subscribe, and a follow on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Come visit us at racedepartment.com, and yeah, sim racing is awesome guys, so are you. Till next time, see you later.